today I will present you a project that I led 5 years ago using Critical Chain. It was a factory layout change that takes 6.5 days. Let me introduce myself. I'm Guillaume Bretenoux. I'm working for Safran Aerosystems as the head of infrastructure and operational maintenance. The project that I will present you takes place in the factory of Mantes-la-Ville, so for Safran Electronics and Defense. This plant produces mostly flight control systems for both civil helicopters and planes. You can see around on the slide a few examples of our products, like throat controls, like backup power supplies, like trim actuators, etc. The plant of Mantes-la-Ville is a production site. We do the machining and assembly of our products, and we do the machining of the most complex mechanical components. Our machining shop floor comes around 70 different machines with different production process, like turning centers, milling centers, electro-erosion, grinding, and so on. So the project, just before we begin, let me say the plant reorganization layout project that I will present you today was just a part of a bigger TOC project launched in Mantes-la-Ville. The goal was to allow our plant to increase its on-delivery time and productivity. So the project itself was the simplification of our production flow and organization of lines, function of product types led to a new layout. As you can see on the right side of the slide, there is a kind of spaghetti chart that represents the production flow in the first layout. As you can see, it really needed some simplification. The target of this layout was to help to reduce lead times, to simplify the flow of parts, to increase throughput, to improve productivity, to reduce variation, to improve work environment, and to enable the installation of new equipment. You can see both layouts, the previous one in black and white, and the new one in color. As you can see on the first one, machines were grouped by type. Turning machines, milling machines on the other side, grinding machines, and so on. And by date of acquisition, meaning we installed the new machines where place was available. We weren't considering any idea of flow of parts. When we first spoke about moving around 50 machines, my first estimated planning pointed out around 8 weeks of work. 8 weeks. So my first hypothesis was to take both months of summer 2016 to do it, so 2 months without production. The production director disagreed with this idea, so I built a second hypothesis, was to divide the project in 2 parts, 1 month during winter 2015 and 1 month during summer 2016. So for both hypotheses, the reaction was no way, no way. In order not to disturb production, he allows me a slot of 2 weeks during Christmas holidays 2015 to perform this work. So only 2 weeks. I began with 8 weeks and I had to do it in 2 weeks. So to make things easier, during those 2 weeks were 2 3-day weekends, including Christmas Day and New Year's Day. So nobody believed it was possible, me first, and everyone said impossible, it will never work. So in order to transform 8 weeks in 8 or 10 days, I began to look for some kind of magical tool, and so I heard of something called Critical Chain that I didn't know before, I didn't use before. So I've been trained and helped in the application of this method. The preparation of this work was around 3 months long. So 3 months of preparations when we use Critical Chain to cut all the project in simple tasks. All these elements were modeled in a schedule. You can see a part of this schedule on the right side of the slide. It allowed to organize the tasks, to anticipate as many tasks as possible, to set in parallel as much as possible, and to prioritize the critical ones, taking into account the resources and the necessary skills. So it really helped to decide how many people we needed, how many material we had to use. For a simple example, we had only one cherry picker in our plant, and we needed 3 if we wanted to keep the project within 2 weeks. It helped us also how many parallel teams we had to build. So we needed 4 teams, 1 team to unplug and plug machines, 1 team to move them, 1 team to make them ready to restart, and 1 team to move all the furniture around machines. So during 3 months, we made plans representing day-by-day movements of machines. So we have a simulation of all the movements of the machine on planes. So if I had to resume all these weeks of preparation, I could say that it really helped for one thing. It makes the project possible. I begin to believe that it was possible, and then to convince everyone taking part of the project that it will work. So after hours of preparation, dozens of plants, liters of coffee, many white nights, we started the project. Probably one of the first key of the success was the involvement of the whole team, from the preparation to the restart of the machines. We included everyone from operators to team leaders, from maintenance technicians to machine suppliers. During the two weeks of the project, we really insisted that the operators working on the machines we moved were here in order to participate and organize all their work environment. So during these 2 weeks, we made a daily monitoring of the progress and buffer consumption. You can see our fever chart on the right side of the slide. Each morning, I managed a short meeting where everyone was present. I reminded everyone which machines were moving from which place to which other place, where each team had to work, and in which team each person had to be. So the goal was to focus everyone in his task without question. As you can see on the fever chart, that wasn't one in advance. Just an example. At the end of the first day, we were already late. The buffer consumption was already high. Why? We didn't anticipate one little thing. The team that moved the machine, a really competent supplier, had to have lunch outside of the plant, but we were in the Christmas week, so no restaurant was opened. So they took 3 hours to have lunch instead of 1 single hour. So we lose a lot of time this day. So as you can see on the fever chart, things went better the following days. Everything worked as we imagined during the preparation. I can even say that everyone's confidence grew up each day, as they can see that it all worked as planned. We ended to restart machines on the planned day. On this day, people who didn't participate to the adventure found the plane completely reorganized. They left their machine working in a place and found them in another place, cleaned, working, with all their furniture and workplace organized. So it helped to create a new dynamic, to improve the flow, and we made then new modifications in 2016 and 2017. In conclusion, I can say that this project was probably the best professional experience I had in 20 years. It shows me that with the good tools, such as Critical Chain, and with an open-minded team, really everything is possible. I really hope to have a new experience like that, maybe for a bigger project. But the ingredients will be the same: preparation, motivated team, and Critical Chain.